Ngokwazi kwami uMakhumalo wayenengane engasiyona eyababa uMseleku.
uMasele ngamtshela mina ukuthi umuntu onengane ngeke ngimthathe, kodwa ngamthatha uMakhumalo ebenengane. Bengingazi ngalesa sikhathi ngimthatha ukuthi unengane noma kanayo ingane. Ngaze later lelo daba. And akulona udaba engifuna ukulikhuluma ngoba alingithinti at all. Sengilizwa ngabantu futhi ungena kuphela uMacele okwabantu abahlukene nasemndenini wami wakamseleku nakwabantu abakhela endaweni bekhuluma leyo nto.
Welcome back to the channel, fam. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Set it to all so you don't miss out on anything. Now let's get into this. The episode starts with Mseleko at the Royal Palace, where he's briefing the chief on what has been going on since Gokflo's passing, on the promises that he had made his wives that he was going to someday buy them houses, which he did. And during that conversation with the chief, that's when we found out that the reason for marrying Makwela changed. Y'all remember this man at one point had said that he wanted to take a fifth wife for Makhumalo's sake, for her house, for her legacy to live on. Y'all remember again how on episode 22, Makhumalo mentioned to her sister that another thing they found out at the retreat was that the houses were bought so they can be evicted from Mzumbe. That the three musketeers were evicted to create space for Makwela. Mseleko is now confirming that in the most twisted way possible. I don't understand why he chooses time and time again to lie to his wives. And I feel like could he have come out straight and told them that taking Makwela was because he fell in love with her the same way he did with all of them. Plus, he's a polygamous man. Maybe some of the issues could have been avoided. You won't believe what he's saying his reason for taking number 5 is now. He's now saying that after moving his wives from Zumbe, he was compelled to marry Makwela because he couldn't leave Gokflo's home unoccupied.
Angikwazi ukushiya umuzi kaFlo ungenamuntu. Ngase ngifanele ngithathe unkosikazi wesihlanu uMakwela.
Latoya's lies! Latoya's lies!
Ubona bethi bona bazo alternate ngelinye isonto bazofika. Yingoba balwisana neplan yami. Kanti yami iplan clear. Hambani namakhosikazi sala Makwela usifudumezele umuzi. Abafuni nokizwa.
It's no longer about Makhumalo's house. It is now about Gokflo. He continues to tell the chief that the wives are against his plan. Mayeni told him she'll never accept Makwela. Makhumalo said since he took someone from her neighborhood, he's embarrassing her. Mangwabe told him she's against the whole number 5 thing. And it's crazy to him that Mangwabe is feeling this way because he allowed her to bring in her child that she had before they married, and he's staying with that child. Meanwhile, his own child with Samke is not allowed in the Mseleko home state.
Shuthe yami ingane ezalwa yimina ayivumelekile kuyohlala kaMseleko. Kodwa uma ngwabe la kaMseleko ufike nengane, ihlala nami leyo ngane. And indaba ezethu ayingihluphi ngalutho.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done.
Kodwa ayihlanganise lutho nami. Ingangihluphi nje ayihlanganise lutho nami, kodwa ihlala nami. Kodwa yami angikwazi ukuyivulela kaMseleko.
And I must say, what he's saying now would make a lot of sense if he had taken Mangwabe's son from the beginning. Stop making it seem like something that was a favor. If Mangwabe didn't have to fight tooth and nail to stay with her son, if he had never used Mangwabe's son as a humiliation tactic whenever there are disagreements between him and Mangwabe, I would say yes, Mangwabe should be understanding. But now knowing what we know, and him continuing to unnecessarily mention Mangwabe's son as if the son is somehow an inconvenience to him, he sounds to me like a foolish man. He then goes on in his diary to attack Mangwabe's character, saying if Mangwabe was well raised and had wisdom, she would have been the first one to say, if you allowed my child to stay with me, who am I to say no to you wanting to stay with yours?
Ngwabe umuntu oqala kube ufundiseke kahle noma uyazibona izinto. Kungabe uthi umthombeni mekwazi ukuvumela mina nengane yami sihlale kwakhe because kwami la umuzi wami lo. Mina ngikwazi ukubopha ngibophela umthombeni ukuthi yena akakwazi umthombeni nengane yakhe
noMakhwela bangahlala eMzumbe futhi angisahlali mina eMzumbe.
When it comes to his men, I honestly run out of words, okay, because, hey, Babake. But as much as I don't like how he treats his wives, I'm also realizing that they're with him because they want to be. And he'll never change and do better by them because they allowed him to disrespect them time and time again. I read somewhere that staying after disrespect always lowers your price. You may think staying proves how loyal and committed you are, but what it actually does is it teaches them what it cost to mistreat you. And the answer they end up moving forward with is it cost absolutely nothing to mistreat you because you have proved time and time again to them your tolerance for disrespect. Anyway, the chief ends up telling him that the good thing in all of this is even though the wives are fighting, they are fighting within the marriage. They have not left. They are not leaving, which is a good sign that things will eventually be resolved. Then the chief goes on again to say something good came out of Makhwela's arrival.
Kodwa mthombe nikhona into ebenhle ngoMakhwela noma ngodaba likaMakhwela ngoba kwenza ahlangana namakhosikazi
Abonakala.
baba munye against ukungena kuka number 5
Ngiyakuzwa Ndabezitha.
kodwa futhi nalapho phela
Ngiyakuzwa Ndabezitha.
ushoshozela ngoba kusekusha mthombe nje uyabo makuphela u5 years bazobe sebazi ukuthi uMakhwela unjengemember yomndeni wakaMseleku uyabo makuphela u5 years bazobe sebazi ukuthi uMakhwela unjengemember yomndeni wakaMseleku,
which obviously gives him hope that things will work out just fine. And he had also mentioned in his diary that he considers the chief as a father figure because of the kind of relationship and respect he had for his parents, Gokflo and Mom Joyce. And you all know he had to continue involving Gokflo in his mess.
Ukuthi kumnikazi womuzi sisazofika as individuals. Sithi nakho esikwenzile emzini wakho. Mina phambi kwaFlow ngiyosho ukuthi nga communicate ngabatshela lamakhosikazi uFlow abengakufuna emzini wakhe nabekufuna kwaba yibona abangangizwa.
And according to the chief, Gokflo was a prayer warrior. Moving on from that was my favorite part of this episode. That was the sit down between Babake and Makhumalo's sister Samke Khumalo. Oh, she gave him the truths, okay? She called him out. He tried to avoid some things, but she was on him. She was on his neck, holding him accountable, making him aware of the stupid things that he has done to her sister. She started off by telling Tombeni that her main concern started on season 8 when he said Makhumalo failed. Tobile, according to her sister, arrived at home at around 3 o'clock in the morning, weeping because of what Mselko had said to her, feeling like he did not protect her at all, but instead he disrespected her. And the thing I've seen with Babake is that he likes to be listened to. However, he lacks listening skills himself. He could not wait to chime in while Samke was speaking. He goes on to say he wouldn't have married Makhumalo if he didn't love her because he already had Makele as a wife. He continues to say he fought for Makay and if he didn't fight for her,
Angizange ngilalele ngavala amadlebe yonke into eyayikhulunywa ngoMakhumalo. Yes, owasendaweni futhi uMakhumalo. Ngathi mina lona buzoba unkosikazi wakhe.
and ignored whatever was being said about Makay because apparently there was stuff that were being said about Makay and her reputation and everything. She wouldn't be a Mseleko. He also tells Samke as a polygamous man, he doesn't only want wives. He wants wives and kids. So when it comes to Makhumalo,
Angizothatha i-decision ethi ayi Makhumalo ngoba sine challenge ngoba mina nginazo ingane sine challenge ekanje ngimlahla kodwa ngimlahlanga ngoba unkosikazi wami.
he added again saying that when he said Makhumalo failed, he wasn't referring to her fertility issues because he moved from that issue and stuck with her, kids or not.
Iningi uma ngikhuluma ngokwahluleka angikhulumi ngeingane ngoba ngadlula endabeni yezingane ukuthi izingane zikhona noma zikho. Uma sengithatha umuntu endaweni wathi uMakhumalo ngiphule izwi lami.
Which is true.
Okay.
In his defense, he says he didn't just go out there wanting to marry anyone. He initially wanted to protect the Khumalo name in the Mseleko household. Hence why he even spotted someone with the same last name as Makhumalo, but he was later accused by Matkele of playing too close to home because they were closely related with that Makhumalo lady because of Makhumalo, right? And when Matkele was making those accusations, Makhumalo didn't protect him. Hi, Babake. How dare she doesn't protect you when you're doing this very generous, kind thing for her? Oh, Babake is crazy.
Bangangivikela uMakhumalo ukuthi yazi macela ironke lento ukuthi uthi umseleko ufuna ukudla ekhaya because ngifuna ukuvikela isibongo. uMakhumalo kwakufanele asukume noma engazukumanga mhlambe emehlonipha uMakhulu akhulume nami athi yazi Mthombeni ngiyayi-understand into ofuna ukuyenza noma ayokhuluma nabantu bakuphi asangakwenza lokho uMakhumalo.
He goes on to drop a bombshell saying that he discovered that Makhumalo has an ancestral gift that she got even before he was in the picture, and that this gift is the one that is causing he and Makhumalo to have the problems they're having.
Uma ngabe ngifuna ukuvikela isibongo, it was after ngidiscoverile ukuthi uMakhumalo unesiphiwo asitholayo ngingekho mina. Isona lesi siphiwo esisikhozele ekutheni uMakhumalo sibe nale challenges nayo. Njengoba ngisho ukuthi ingane nginazo uyena mina naye esine challenge.
Seemingly insinuating that Makhumalo's kids are being, for lack of better words, swallowed by this Khumalo gift that she did not embrace. He's basically blaming now the Khumalo family for this misfortune. When I tell you Makhumalo's sister was in awe of this man.
Struggle esinzima ukuthi okay akasakuzaleli ke lo muntu. uMakhumalo une-influence lento ngimchaza. Wait.
Yeah.
Ngisho uMakhumalo ngathiwa uyedwa usireceiveela lo muntu kuyobe kwanele.
Hawu. Ngobani?
Ngoba uma yena ewakaMadlala accept lo muntu then sizokwazi ukuqhubeka. So iyona lento eyenza ubone ngingayi ingoba sibanga ukuthi Makhumalo receive this person. Ilwiswa ukuthi uMakhumalo refused to support me. Yikona ngikulwela noMakhumalo.
Kahle kahle Mthombeni la wena mina ngibona ngathi uyabhidliza nje. Umuntu uzothatha i-decision yokuphanisha abantu. Sesikephi kanti lo thando nesithembo bowulakha wena oluhle. Uyazibhidlizela mfowethu ngeke.
They ask him what's stopping you from going to her house when you're able to go to other houses. Initially, he had told her he wasn't going to Tobile's house because she left Mzumbe. Yep, that was his response. He then says that even the other houses that he has been going to currently, all he's doing is basically inspecting. What only he knows. Then soon he'll be taking action, he says. Now let's jump straight into the Makhumalo baby conversation.
Angifuni kodwa kube ngazi ukuthi uThobile akakaza azahlalele kwayisi sengathi umuntu ongazali. Siyalazi iqiniso laThobile.
He instantly tries to shut that topic down and switches blame, talking about how he had mentioned that a decision was taken by the Khumalo family member on that.
Kanjani?
Ngithe kuwena wathathwa i-decision ngoMakhumalo umuntu wakini wathi lo muntu anguthatha umsebenzi mina uyothathwa usibanibani ingakho ngithi singangeni lapho ngoba
no angifuni singene but angifuni kube ngazi ukuthi uThobile isiso sikazi kuhlala.
On the fertility issues, he's steadfast. He's not moving away from what he had previously implied, which is that he blames the Khumalos and that it has nothing to do with his side of the family.
uMakhumalo ngitholile mina ukuthi she had a gift okwakuyeyomunye umuntu lo muntu wa refuse ukuyithatha leyo gift i-gift yokuphilisa abantu wathi lo muntu ngeke ngiyithathe leyo gift iyothathwa uMakhumalo esho lo Makhumalo wami.
He mentions that that kind of gift can never allow you to be happy or fulfilled if it's not.
Now ingena kanjani kaMseleko i-gift ayifuni ujabule yona ingajabulile. So uma ngabe uMakhumalo engabaphilisa abantu engawenzi lo msebenzi we will have lama problems esinawo.
Now I'm confused. Are they now launching Makhumalo and this ancestral gift storyline? Or this is his way of deflecting? He's only speaking up about this gift for the sake of protecting his parents. Otherwise, he wouldn't have mentioned it because it has nothing to do with him as he's only the son-in-law kwa Khumalo.
Into enza ngikhulume ukuthi bazoze bablame abantu bami abangisalayo and ilonto ngiyithandi kade ngiyibekezelele kakhulu kube sengathi ithini esicontribute ekutheni umuntu kungenzeka u1 kungenzeka u2.
And of course, in closing, he continues making threats, saying how he was gonna one day expose everything.
Usibanibani ngimbize ngegama ngoba yena uyathanda ukukhuluma ngami akhulume nabantu bale ekhaya kami ngisho ukuthi yini enza abe nale challenge nayo because ayikhozwa yithini.
Samke explicitly explains the baby story that Makhumalo does fall pregnant and they are aware of that.
No, don't run away from this. Ngifuna lokho, as much as you're being sensitive, it's nice, protector, ukwenzela ukuthi engathi sekuzokala indaba angayizwa seyizwa ngabantu. We appreciate that. But neqiniso lokuthi uThobile, it's not like akazali.
The truth of the matter is that Makhumalo does fall pregnant. She's able to do that. And she had a child. And that child passed.
uThobile unayo ingane yashona. uThobile ukhuleliwe several times emthombeni. Akafelanga uThobile emthombeni ungadlali ngoThobile.
And apparently the last pregnancy she had was 5 months. This continues to expose how cruel Macele and her husband are. Villains, true villains of this show. Macele had no business speaking on anything concerning Makhumalo's baby. It wasn't her story to tell. Hence why I'm saying nobody can convince me that Macele is a nice person, especially when it comes to this. Yes, she does have areas where she's good, but on this, pure evilness. And the fact that she somehow made it seem like Thobile hit that child is the most disturbing part. That time the child passed. Who in their right mind, as a mother, talks that way about another woman's child? The manner in which she spoke about this was very distasteful. Moving right along, we see Macele on a date with Makhwela and baby mate, right? And Ahmed, Mama K, loves that baby. Makhwela tells her about things people are saying about her on social media. In her diary, she goes on to say how mean y'all are, how mean people are.
You guys are mean. People are mean, Shim. Yeah, it's a lot, okay?
And on this, I saw someone say, she better get used to the backlash and fast, because this is only the beginning. Mama K advises her to leave social media, but we all know Samke won't do that, okay? They may be married to the same man and have the same stylist and choice alike, but at the end of the day, Samke is a baby, okay? Samke is a baby, little K, and we all know they live on social media. She continues anyway to tell her that social media can make you end up questioning yourself. Mama K says she's not on social media herself. The reason being she knows herself and she knows she can retaliate every time people say something mean or something that gets on her nerves. Meaning that would be a full-time job. Because if you're going to respond to every mean remark about you, then you better start calling that work. And we all know Mama K doesn't work. She's a queen that is being taken care of.
Akekho umuntu engimseve so well njengoMacele. Ngimseve ngathi ngiwumfana wakhe ngiyiboy lakhe. Macele, she's treated more than like a queen. Akasebenzi uMacele kodwa akasweli.
Makhwela then goes on to ask Mama K about the lobola conversation that she had with her man. You remember when she asked her man about the proceedings, he had told her that the person who knows the answer to that is Mama K, right? So now she wanted to hear straight from Mama K what's going on. And that's when we found out that Macele actually is aware that Musa uses her as a shield.
Kusho nje oko nje angihlezi ngihawu ngikubonayo so nje hayi ngiyakuzwa.
Macele tells Makhwela that Babake had mentioned to her that he's holding off a bit on the lobola negotiations until things are right in his marriages. And Makhwela wasn't happy at all to hear this.
Akaze nje nasemandulo ngizwe mina kuthiwa amalobola ayaphozwa guys ungafa. Ngizobe ngiqala ukuzwa maybe usazongitshela yabo ukuthi indaba bese kusazophozwa in ngeke ngizwe ngaye.
Macele continues to tell her that she really doesn't have the answers she's looking for, and she doesn't even know where he's at right now with that. She then continues to give her very valid advice that for now, she should focus on herself and raising baby mate and enjoy their love life, because she doesn't want to come off as if she's the one pushing for things to happen. She mustn't bring that conversation up again. She should wait for him to be the one raising it up, not her.
Mina ngokubona kwami into angasuyenze okwamanje ukuthi uconcentrate kumel akhule kahle nawe enjoy uthando lwenu.
Imagine giving another woman advice on her relationship with your husband, and genuinely so. Anyway, Mama K, being the first wife can be easy, so she's really something else.
And that's actually what I'm doing, because anje ngiyexaka ukuthi abantu warawara mina ngifocuse kumuntu wami nokuthi umuntu wami uthini nini abanye ukuthi nithini ayi okwena.
And a preview for episode 24 is out. We are going to see Lwandle and that girl that is said to be pregnant by him have a DNA chat with Mama K. And when Mama K mentioned DNA, that kind of took that girl aback, so we'll see about that. We'll see what goes on there.
Nangoku kwethule into zakho. Ukhulelwe?
Ingane siplananga bethu.
Ngcono vesane nje kwenziwe iDNA.
Samke Khumalo tells Msaleko, or rather warns him, that his choice of words is the death of him.
Wathi wena Makhomalo has failed. Your choice of words are killing you.
Mangwabe calls out her husband to his face, not around the corners like Mama K does. No, to his face.
If you want to talk to me direct. Don't go through the corners.
Akulona uthando ukuthi ungithengele imoto bese emotionally uyang-abuse. Usihlukumezile sonke. Mhlawumbe abanye banenda mina don't care.
And by the look of things, or at least from fans' point of view, Msaleko loves Mangwabe. Uyamsaba futhi. He's even scared of her, and he chooses his words very well when speaking to Mangwabe. Some even notice that Nombela hasn't checked out. She's hurt, yes, because she loves Musa, but she knows very well that Musa loves her so much. Uneskwele, she's jealous. Another thing, Musa is always taking Bali to fancy restaurants whenever he has wronged her, but never does the same to other wives. Some even added that Musa needs someone like Mangwabe because we all know he's an actor. Yesterday he was saying stuff about Ngwabe's and her son. Today he's singing praises. Musa lies, and he'll do anything for the cameras. They will also be addressing scammers that have been using their names on social media to scam people out of their hard-earned monies.
Manje kuthiwa ngiya-investis abantu bazothola imali. Anginawo ngisho uTikTok account.
Akapendanga uThobile emsambeni ungadlali ngoThobile.
Kuningi mhlambe engikwekwesile.
I'm not here to repeat again.
Was kanjani Thobile?
Because we went to the doctor together. So confident.
And on this note, fam, let's continue in the comment section. Also remember to subscribe, like, share. Until next time, bye, and thank you for watching.